Yep, y'all know what it is. Wednesday, Eagles Web Boxing. Man, check out that eagle. Yeah, probably gonna hear a little bit of sounds and stuff today. When do you leave eagle alone? Sometimes never. Can't help this up. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit. I'll just chill. Wait till y'all get here. Don't want to say too much. Right off, not a right off hand note. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna talk about these. We're gonna talk about the welterweights today, but we got a lot of things we gotta discuss. I never got to my inbox. I'm sorry, y'all, but I will get there. So hopefully you guys actually sent me something. Sent me the stuff that you're supposed to. But yeah, so hopefully, let me just go check. I got to make sure, man, because you guys promising stuff, and then I go over there, there's nothing there. Like what? Huh? What's all the promises for? Let's see. Let's see who actually gave me who I got mail from. Let me see. Let me see. The D Ray was supposed to send me something. I don't see it. Lala was supposed to send me something. I don't see it. Derek was supposed to send me something. I don't see it. We're gonna do a. We're gonna have a discussion though. Derek, if once Derek get here, not today, but we're gonna talk. Me, you, Lala, whoever else, whoever else. I don't know what we're gonna do. What we can just get a. Well, I know we'll do. I know how we'll do it. We'll just do it. We're gonna do a joint email, whatever like that. That's a good start right there. Um, Something like that. We'll figure out what uh, we'll figure out which OBS we use because I think you had to have an OBS. Yeah. I don't know. Always get that's all I get is security alerts. Security for this. Security for what? They make you feel like you're being secure. That and you're the most probably the most uh, unsecured people on this earth is here in America. All your information is right there, available, public for everybody. That's it. All your information is right there. You just give it up like that. No, you just give up every piece of information. That's why I'm having problems with this. Like these cryptos. Crypto. I'm like, why y'all need so much information from me? Huh? You about to take my money, but you need extra. You need to know too much other information. Why you need to know all so much extra information? I don't get it. Maybe there's a certain way. Because what happens is a lot of times I give my information up, and they pretend like there's nobody else is gonna have your information within not even a week. Well, not even a week, I get strange emails and phone calls and stuff. Yeah, but you're not giving my information up. But prior to me giving you my information, I didn't. All these, all these extra people was never even contacting me. It's like get out of here with that. So okay, here I'm down to the 17th to see if what y'all sent me. I don't see it, brother. car dealership. Talking about New Year's savings and stuff. They still talking about New Year's. It's already, they talking about New Year's on the 18th. Talking about New Year's savings. I'm like, really? New Year's savings? On the 18th. Yeah. Like, stop it. New Year's is, well, for the most part. For the majority of people, for 90% of the people. At least. At least it's a high number. I know that. A high number of people recognize New Year's in January. One of the coldest months there is. That's like almost the middle. Right now we are, in the next few weeks, we'll be in the middle of winter. In the middle. But I know people respect that and say that this is a New Year's. Okay. Yeah, it's New Year's. The animals ain't celebrating it. Up north, they not celebrating it as New Year's. They celebrating it as winter and time to hibernate out, time to store all your food, and time to just relax. Because you need the most stockpile of food for winter than any other season. Because people think you don't burn a lot of energy. You burn too much energy. If you're not burning your own energy, you're burning like fuel, like wood and oil and all that. You're burning a lot of other fuels in the winter. Because it takes more to get your body warm and stuff in the wintertime than it does in the summer. Summer, all you're doing is cooling off. You don't need to eat as much. You're just cooling off. But winter, you need to pack that energy on. Because if you got to go on a long hike in the winter, that takes a lot of energy. If you're out there hiking somewhere, it takes a lot of energy out your system. Facts. Don't try to argue with the ego. Don't try to argue with ego on that. You know what I mean? Gil Coles, he said, Keith don't deserve to be the mandatory. He said, play the flute. I'm not even, salute to Gil Coles. Gil Coles, I'm not going to talk about it like right off the riff, but we'll get to it. Okay, well you, because you're pretty good at this, so. And, well, I'm not going to talk about the whole thing, but can you give me a rule? Give me a rule from the WBC. Well, see, it has to be more than just a regular. It has to be more than a rule, because you can't just say, "Oh, I'm getting weighed." Gil stupid. He said black people don't go hiking. Oh yeah, they do. And matter of fact, the blacker they are, the longer they have to hike. And that's real. No matter what continent or so-called continent, there's only 2 continents. But no matter what continent you're on, the darker the skinned people, they hike longer than anybody else. They have to. They have to for water. They have to for food. Like if you go over in Africa and stuff, some places they got to hike a long time just to go get water and stuff. Yeah. But you're talking about a whole different kind. You're talking about that, like the hiking, like the winter, the winter hiking. I see my brother Sir Flame finally got back up in there. That's right. Sir Flame in here. Don't worry, I got you, brother. Salute to Sir Flame. I'm not going to read the rules out just yet. I'll read the rules out in a little bit, brother. Yeah. But yeah, the darker you are, man, you're going to hike, man. Native people hike. So-called Africans, they hike. They have to for food and everything else. Yeah, they have to get the food and everything else. So we do hiking, brother. We'll get to it. But I got a lot of other little stuff I got to talk about before we get into it. So if you want to step out and step back in. But far as Keith is, so Keith, we'll talk about it later, but Keith is trying to claim that because they're checking his weight, that it's eliminated, but he's not specific. He's not saying that he knows for sure that, how come the public, how nobody else knows that there's an eliminator? As far as I know, all these boxing organizations don't really give a shit. No, I don't care about, I'm not asking about Keith having to wait or nothing like that. He could fight whoever he want to fight. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't say that. I'm just saying, for me, Keith shouldn't be rated higher than Boots, to be honest. He shouldn't be rated higher than Boots. He had his shots. He had his shots or whatever. I don't know. I don't check. I don't stick with the rankings, but that's not what I'm going to cover. I'm trying to cover where does he get this information from, Gil? Where is he getting this information from that nobody else is getting? And when has any organization, when has any sanctioning body been curious or had to like record your weight like they really care? They don't care as long as you weigh in on at the right weight. That's all. That weigh-in is what they care about. The weigh-in. I don't care what you weigh before a fight. You can be at 135 and fighting at 147. Who cares before the fight? Before the fight, if during the weigh-in you're not 135, you're at 150, then you just miss weight. We'll get to it because I got other stuff, brother. I got other stuff, but just give me something. Give me something concrete. I was looking for you guys. I was looking for emails because I was promised some emails from everybody. So I might have to turn Ray gray just so y'all can slap him a couple of times for not hitting up my email. Man, hit my email up. I can send it to the wrong person. Yeah. Sorry about that. I clear my throat. These people contact you all day about nothing. All day long, they just keep contacting you. Just like, man, I thought I stopped all this, all these mails and stuff. I'm gonna have to go through these mails again and just, I'm gonna have to do just go through and just take them off my list. Like, for some reason, they still contact you, or the ones that contact you is when they contact you, it's like, why are you contacting me? And it's like, how did you get my information? But they get the information. Don't ask me how they get it, but they get that information. And I'm like, I'm tired of getting my information. Like, stop contacting me. I don't want to talk to y'all. Because I told this company, I said, please, I said, email me, do not call me. Next thing I know, I didn't even give my number up. I'm like, how in the hell are they finding my number? It's because you're in that database, man. That's how they find your number. Even if you try to hide your number, they get your number. Oh, Gil, don't come in here with no, it is what it is. Don't nobody want to hear that clown shit, man. Gil, oh, it is what it is. He is Keith Thurman. I don't care nothing about him. But no, don't come here talking about it is what it is, man. He talking about he giving me all the Keith rules. So what you trying to say, brother? You trying to tell me that Keith got his own rule? You trying to tell me that Keith has a set of rules that's just cut out just for him? Come on, Keith ain't all that. Come on, Keith don't have to wait. Keith this, Keith that. Yeah, oh, there we go. Sir Flame on my side. He don't have Manny Pacquiao no more, so he got to get with somebody else now. So Sir Flame on he's understanding. He said Boots was destroyed one time. That's why he don't want to. Yeah, I used to say Keith would beat him, Bud, but that has changed too. Well, Keith is real articulate, or he's either articulate or he just talks a lot. I don't know. Maybe he just talks a lot. He's either articulate or he just talks a whole lot about what he gonna do and all that. You know, I always got to hear what Keith gonna do, what Keith can do, what Keith wants or something like that. He wants to get back into this trap season and all that. And I'll be honest with you, that a lot of people talk bad about Ugas, but Ugas is not no easy win no more. Everybody used to talk crap about Ugas. Ugas is never. I don't think Ugas has ever necessarily been an easy win. I think Ugas has made mistakes in fights. I can never throw him out there and say that he's an easy win. But we'll get back to that, man. I got to talk about how people are insane, right? Like girls. I mean, I know you guys got girls and stuff, wives and all that, but I find that something's wrong with girls sometimes, man. It's when you cross if you deeply cross a culture, like deep. I'm not talking about people that live together for hundreds of years and stuff like that. And by the way, I was listening to this a little short interview with Coolio, you know, the rapper, old school rapper. I was listening to him. He had a short interview. He was in a car, and he was just trying to tell people. He said, you know what? He knows that he's Native. He's Native American. And look how dark his skin is. He got pretty dark skin to be claiming that he's Native American. Why is he claiming that he's Native American? Because his grandparents and everybody on both sides is Native. in which I don't get how your grandparents could be natives. That how does your parents see? Well, people don't understand that the trick that was played was your grandparents was one thing, and then all of a sudden you changed into something else. How does that happen? How do you change to something else if your grandparents was one thing? How do you change into something else? I don't get it. But anyway, we'll get into that. But that's not a. I'm gonna say the so-called African American or black people, the ones that are confused and the ones that's not confused, are the ones that's from Africa and the ones that's from here. Because you got some that are from here, they're native, and you got some that's from Africa. So I'm not gonna try to dispute that or go anywhere with it. But if you look at people like Ugas, where Ugas come from, he's Native American. Native, he's native, huh? The Puerto Ricans are natives, they Tainos, right? So you got different tribes all over in Mexico. You got an African mixed group down there, South America, all over the place, Dominican Republic, just everywhere you want to name. But I'm not going there. So those are close. We're still close, regardless, because we live by each other. We still got to rub elbows. But I'm talking about like Asia, like places like I don't know, Asians be cracking me up, man, because I'm trying to get into this whole. I'm still skeptical. I'm a slow mover, man, so I'm trying to get into this crypto shit. And this girl, she was helping me out, but she stopped talking to me. She said, "Oh, you're not doing what I said, what I told you." I'm like, wait, hold on a minute now. We ain't married and stuff like that, and we don't have that kind of closeness to where you could be telling me anything. You can suggest or ask, but you can't just tell me stuff. So that's my whole thing, man. It's like, that difference is too. That's a big difference. That's a big difference when it comes to like a woman talking to me. A woman talking to me and a man talking to me. Or a parent talking to you, a woman. I'm sorry, man, I don't know, some guys they're more simpleton to where the woman, I know you got to keep peace in the house, but a woman, the rules have to be made up, man. She has to understand that there's only so much you can say to a man before you start, taking away from his manhood. It's only so much that you can say. If you're a close culture, you understand that, and you're only going to say so much. And if you're not a close culture, then you're probably going to say a lot more. Sir Flame, you missed my thumbs up? What's happening, brother? Let me go back out here. Yeah, but close, like if you're in a close vicinity for stuff, because the thing is, we can see what other cultures, we can look and say, okay, I see what that's like. You know what I mean? We can see a little bit. Even though we're looking from the outside in, we can still understand. But some cultures, man, I don't know, man. The girls is like too aggressive, man, with their speech. I'm like, I don't know if you're using a translator. I don't know what you're using, but hey, you don't come at me like all extra strong like that. You ain't doing what I told you to do. Huh? My language want to change completely. Yeah. But people is out their mind, man. Yep. Let's go back and forth a little bit. So Sir say Boost would destroy him. Okay, well I'll wait for like one of my other managers to get up in here, and then I'll read out the rules, because Sir Flame put the rules down there. Just so when you trolls get here, he already know to smash you. Yeah. Sir Flame said Keith will be a great commentator. Yeah, but he'll talk too much. I don't know if they can use, like, on a permanent basis. I don't know if they can use Keith. They're gonna have to tell him. They're gonna have to script his ass like, Keith, there's only a minute in between rounds, man. There's only so much verbiage you can get out. Gail said Uga's about to get whooped. Sir Flame said he said ISK at Gil Cole's. Yeah. I don't know what the ISK is. Oh, you said ask it. Oh, okay. But we're gonna see, Gil. We have to see all of it. Everything's gonna come to fruition. So all the mouthpiecing that we talk about all the time in Eagles, where we always talk about all the verbiage, people just talk and talk. Oh, I get tired of the talks, man. We want to see the actual fights. But I want to see Keith actually fight somebody else. And I'm not getting no concrete evidence that Keith is all of a sudden in an eliminator? Okay, and how come, and why is, I don't get it. This is scaring me. I think Keith is ducking. I think Keith, no, he don't want that action, Gil. I think he's ducking because listen to what it's saying that he's all of a sudden in an eliminator. How come nobody else was invited to the eliminator? Okay, let me see. Let me start killing arguments before they even come up. So is Barrios better than Boots Ennis? Than Boots? Oh, Bootsy Boots. Is he a better fighter? Does he bring more to the table? I put my head down. I'm doing something. Does he bring more to the table? I got some special tea going, so I got to go check on that in a little bit. Huh? And if you have an eliminator dance, why? Who's the other participants? Huh? Who's the other participants? Is Keith, Thurman, and Barrios, are those the only two participants in this so-called eliminator that Keith came up with in his mind? Sir Flame, once he gets destroyed, we're gonna have a new name for him. Instead of one time, we're gonna call him No Breaks. Once he get the brakes beat off him, we're gonna call him No Breaks Thurman. Keith No Breaks Thurman. Oh, you're trying to get mad. You supposed to be champion right now, and then I don't know. This is crazy because now let's go back. So if he was actually a champ right now, what would be his excuses then? Just think about it. Because right now he would have to fight either Earl Spence or Bud Crawford. So what would be his excuse then? He's all of a sudden he's in an eliminator. He's in an eliminator that don't nobody know about. Come on. I was looking at his eyes to see how much deception he was given. But I'm going to tell you what. It seems like to me that Keith knows how to lie. And I'm going to tell you how Keith knows how to lie. Because if you can look somebody straight in the eyes and say something without your eyes going one way or another, then you probably practice lying. Because what happens is your eyes automatically go in a certain direction when you have to think about something. And they go in the other direction when you have to make up something. Gil say enjoying the hate. Don't nobody hate. Don't nobody hate Keith. We like Keith. Keith just. But Gil, I'm gonna be honest. That's your boy, Keith. Keith is your boy. But let me ask you this serious question, Gil. Is Keith a mouthpiece? Nobody hates Keith, but is he a mouthpiece? That's the question. Is Keith a mouthpiece? What about Sir Flame? Or anybody that's coming in and out? Does anybody find that Keith is more of a mouthpiece? Is he really about that action, though? Based on his last performance, is he really about that action? Did he do what he said he was going to do? Does any of the fighters do what they say they're going to do? When they say it's strap season or they're going to knock somebody out or whatever, how many fighters have been doing what they said? The Coke Crack King's been doing what he said he's going to do, right? But I don't respect him like that. I don't respect him like that because of the drugs and stuff. I don't respect him like that. Y'all hold on just one second. Give me that answer, Gil. Give me the answer. I know that that's your boy, but give me the answer. Has he been mouthpiecing? Don't come back crying and laughing. Has he been mouthpiecing more than anything? That's not the answer, brother. That's not the answer. That's not the answer, man. What's the answer, Gil? Is he mouthpiecing more than anything? Is his mouthpiece better than his action or what? At times, or not even at times, you're not even going to give me the credit for that? Hold on just one second, y'all. I gotta mess with Gil. Because Gil's all over the place. He's a spokesperson for certain people. Brother, learn. Still gotta learn. You gotta learn all your life. All right, be right back. That's right. I'm back. Now what, brother? We still got. Let's make sure we got the. Tell Gil something else. Okay, since he don't want to say nothing. God dang, Gil, you ain't even Gil. So why you with all the deflections and stuff, man? Huh? You a magician, brother. You a magician. You be coming up with them. The hocus pocus. Yeah, yeah. Now you see it. Gil, like now you see it. It's gone now. Got the water. See the water? I'm covered up. It's gone magically. Huh? Put it back up. There it is. See, I know magic too, brother. Gone. Back up. Right there. I know magic. But is it magic, sir? Is it magic that all of a sudden Keith? Is it magic that all of a sudden Keith is back? Is thinking he's in a he's in a title eliminator? Keith is in his own. Keith is in his own tournament, and ain't nobody. Keith, you in your own tournament, and ain't nobody invited but you. I know Keith got a fight on February 5th. We going with Keith. I'm not going against Keith, but I'm saying Keith imagination is pretty good though. Keith got that good. He got that vivid imagination. Yeah, I'm in this tournament. You know they. Yeah, I know how the rules go. They wouldn't have came and checked on my weight if I wasn't in the tournament. Now I'm in the tournament. Get your ass out of here, Keith. Keith funny. He's a comedian, man. Let me see. Let me put it up. Keith. He keep doing his job. Keep doing his job. He's selling the fight. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Then there all the extra shit too, Gil. Keith. Let me find it. I know it's up here. I gotta find it. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta find it. Oh, Keith sometime, man. We respect Keith, but Keith gotta stop. Keith gotta stop playing. I see Lindy We Fit up in here. Why you okay, you put devils up there. Come on now. Lindy. I know you doing your thing. This ain't for you, don't worry about this. But salute to the queen out there. Hello to the queen out there. Yeah. That's Keith right there. That's for Keith. That's for Keith. Lindy. By the way, I like what you got on today too. I like what you got on. Don't think I didn't see. I didn't come see you yet though, but I like what you're wearing. Very beautiful. That's a beautiful dress, girl. I'm telling you that. Yeah. Don't nobody in here know me by that name. Don't nobody know me as devils like you do. They actually, the ones that's in here right now, they actually know my name. Yeah. But they'll just say Eagles. But when you put a hashtag, then it come up. So if you put the hashtag sign and then you put Eagles web up, and then it alerts me. So anytime if you talk to me, so if I won't miss what you're saying. You put like a hashtag. I'll show you. I'll demonstrate what you gotta do, Queen. Demonstrate what you gotta do. So this is what you gotta do. So you could either do this. There's two ways you can do it. You can do like this, or you can put this, and then right behind that, then you put either one of them you can use. Yeah, like that. And that's how you do it, like that. And then on my end, what happens when you do it this way, it's highlighted, so it's orange. And then when it's orange, no, I'm saying it's orange. See how you can either put that Asperson, which looks like an A, or you can put the hashtag and then you put Eagles Wear Boxing. Once you put either one of those and you start writing EA, it's my name that's going to pop up, and then that alerts me that somebody's trying to get my attention. Do you see? It'll pop up orange. Now you don't see it orange, and nobody probably should see it orange, but I see it orange. Like, look, I'll show you. So if I do, you guys, she's new. She's not really a boxing fan. So you guys just bear with me for a second. She's not really a boxing fan. She's just a cute, very attractive queen. That's it. So now you'll see. Now, if I wanted to say something, so now if somebody's talking to you. A lot of times they won't do it, but if somebody's in here, like if Gil or somebody wanted to talk to you, that's what they would do. They would put like a hashtag or something like that, and then put your so that way I don't read it out loud, but sometimes I'll still read it. So I'll still read it. See how I put the hashtag first, and then I just said hi, love. That's just an example. But when you do that, then it should on your screen, it should show a different color. And that's like a highlight to show you, hey, somebody's talking to you directly. Yeah. And it makes it easier to follow along when somebody wants to say something to you. But welcome to the chat. I'm just arguing with my little brother out there, Gil Cole, just fighting with him because he has a fighter that he loves so much named Keith Thurman. So he loves him so much that he said, he can do what he wants to. Keith has his own rules. He got to keep doing his job, selling this fight. He better try to do something. He got to sell something so he can get some money, though. But answer the question. Why is Keith in his own tournament by himself? How come ain't nobody else invited to the tournament? But anyway, let me read the rules out. If you hear, you hear. If you're not here, you're not here. But salute to Eagles Way Up. Salute to the chat. He said, and as always, jab that like button on your neck. He said, don't get neck in Eagles Way Up boxing. You got to fire up good with those things, with the 100% in the glove up hard, and that's Sir Flame. He just let y'all know the rules. You come in here that you have respect, or it might be that neck. So the drama, so we got the 147, but look at the drama in the 147. We got the Bud drama. I don't know how much closer we are to getting that. The Madmen. I just put the Madmen because seems like everybody's why is Boots in this all of a sudden seeming like he's the most avoided at 147? I'm not hearing his name come out of nobody's mouth. You know what I mean? His name is not, nobody is mentioning him. Like, nobody wants to say nothing. Everybody's hush-hush. And I'm not even going to try to give Earl Spence an exemption. But Earl don't usually say much anyway. So, it's kind of like, is Earl like being extra quiet about Boots like everybody else? Or is Earl just being Earl? Because Earl usually don't get excited, man. Something wrong with Earl. Something's wrong with Earl. You guys got to figure that out. Earl is not, I don't know what it takes, man. You had to give Earl a belt this fully studded with nothing but diamonds for him to get excited. Earl don't get excited about nothing, man. It's like, damn, Earl. Earl, you just emotionalist. So, Earl, please get some emotions. You 30 years old, man. Get some emotions in your body. I mean, you got to be emotional about something, brother. God dang, Earl don't get emotional about nothing. It's like everything's just so he's so kicked back. He's like, I don't know, man. That's his roots, though. He just like real laid back, like, whatever. Y'all say whatever you want to or whatever. He's just too kicked back. I told you, remember when he won the championship, he didn't even celebrate. I'm like, damn. Everybody else be jumping, turning flips and all, turning flips and rolling over and shouting out their mom and dad and their trainer and corner and all that, on their knees crying. Earl just like it wasn't, like it's like he still wanted to fight. Like, this is over with. You say I'm not saying, I'm not arguing. Nobody's arguing. There's no arguments here. I mean, an argument is not a bad thing, though. All an argument means is there's one side and then there's another side. So there's no argument. If you're talking about arguments, there's no like true argument because we're not going to argue in the first place. I'm not like that. I don't argue and fight. I argue like a point, like my point, like I might have a pro or a con, but I'm gonna talk about all of them anyway. Keith is just on the menu, but guess what? Everybody else is on the menu. I didn't want to. If I put Bud's name, you know how many people is gonna be in here disturbing the chat if I put Bud's name up. But Bud, we can still talk about Bud, which we are, because Bud is in what right now. He's having problems with Bob Arum, and then now MTM wants to say something. Oh yeah, Bob Arum's a thief, a crook, whatever. Who cares? Why didn't you say that in the first place? To me, it seems like trolldom. It seems like people are trolling. So Bud will end up with 3 point something million. This to show he'll end up with 3.3 million or something like that. A settlement or 6. It'll be something that raises a flag with me. It might not raise a flag with you, but it'll be some kind of strange settlement or something like that. But my thing is the rest of the fighters and stuff. Why are you putting up so many hearts, girl? Say something to somebody. Those guys ain't gonna bite you, but watch out for Gil though. Just watch out for him. Watch out for him. You can be nice to him, but just be careful. Sir Flame is, I think, is cool. Out of the couple that's in here right now, the ones that's actually talking. The other people is quiet, and that's what we usually get. We get a lot of quiet in here. So the discussion was 147, right? So we're talking about, fighters at 147. It's like the 147 division doesn't exist anymore. To be honest, you can make a case. You can make a case for it. Because even on our last discussion, we was talking about 147. It's like, how many participants, Gil, do we have? Who is Gil? And then, Gil, who is Keith actually going to fight after this fight? Who do you want to see him fight? I want to see who Gil wants to see him fight. And anybody else, who do you want to see Keith Thurman fight after this fight? Because the last discussion, I was asking, how is this a springboard? Now we're finding out in Keith's mind, the springboard is that he feels that he's in an eliminator. In other words, it's going to be a 12-round fight. And then if he wins this, he'll be able to fight a championship fight. You see? Got my pattern on today. He likes my pattern today. So who does he fight, or who do you want to see him fight? That question's for Gil, and then anybody can answer that, but that's for Gil Coles. But anybody can answer that question. Who you want to see him fight if he wins this fight? No fight is guaranteed. It's not 100% guaranteed. He can go in there and re-sprain something. Oh, my elbow. Anything can happen. I mean, we're looking forward to Keith winning this fight, and we'll probably talk more about it. Well, we got like about a week, don't we? So we got like 2 weeks. It's okay. I think it's 2 weeks. So this is Wednesday. So Wednesday. Okay, so we got 2 weeks. And then we'll discuss that part of it a little bit more. I don't have a problem with Keith. The only thing is I have questions for Keith. I don't have a problem with you, Keith, but I have questions that I need answered. I need your fans to answer the question of how all of a sudden that you're in the tournament and nobody's invited to the tournament, but you and Barrios just lost, and you just lost. That don't even sound right. That sounds suspect to me. Who doesn't that sound suspect to? Does that sound suspect to anybody else but me? I mean, am I the only one that feels like that's kind of suspect? Yes, I'm reaching around for something. But that sounds kind of suspect to me, brother. It sounds suspect that you have a fighter that just lost a fight, and you have another fighter that just lost a fight, but all of a sudden now they're all of a sudden in an eliminator. But then again, what's the common denominator when it comes to stuff that's controversial? Which boxing, sanctioning body is in charge of this language, or is being mentioned in this language? The W, B to the C. And if we look at their track record, what does their track record look like? If you had any suspicion inside of you, have you ever suspected? This is my palm. It's a question. Have you ever suspected the WBC of any wrongdoing? I'm not saying WBA or nothing else hasn't done any wrongdoing, but have you noticed anything? Is it like a pattern that everybody and a lot of people, a lot of boxing fans are having problems with the WBC, with their policies and everything else, right? That we're having problems with their policies. Is it policies, or we're having problems with some of their belts, some of their policies, some of their tournaments? Is there somebody in here that's 100% content with the WBC? And I'm not saying anything about any other organization right at the top. So that's not what we're saying. Is everybody content with what the WBC, what they know about the WBC? So if you're content with them and you feel, oh yeah, it's good, great organization, put up a 1. And I will just sit back here and wait. I'll just wait. Yeah. Like they say, wait for it. I'll wait for it. I'm just gonna look in here and just to see what I can find on this YouTube itself. And speaking of great stars too, though, man, that young lady out of Washington, right? I think she's out of D.C. What a thing Mo. That girl, man, she's gonna knock down. She's gonna kill records in track and field, man. Yeah, of course I'm into that too. Oh, Johan Blake is running the 400s now. Man, it's hard to do when you get older. I was just looking for something, so. You guys, once I gave you a question, I'm gonna look for something at the same time. All right, so we're just looking. I don't know why nothing came up all of a sudden. Because usually when I come up in here. Because, you know, a lot of YouTubers, that's what they pay attention to. They pay attention to YouTube. So I'm just looking around. And if the Mike Tyson fight happens, that was another thing. It's not the fight itself, but it's about these brothers again. That's what it's about. It's about these brothers again. About the Pauls and stuff, man. There's sometimes Derek Bailey comes in here. You know what I mean? And he will say that Jake Paul is the face of boxing. Or sometimes we'll be clowning around and said this person is the face of boxing. So my question for all you fighters and everybody who follows any of these fighters is, why is somebody like Jake Paul the face of boxing? And why isn't Keith Thurman the face of boxing? How come they can't get back to being the face of boxing? All these questions. That's the whole thing. Boots. And this is a problem at 147. I'm looking at him as being the only problem that hasn't necessarily been solved. Well, you got 3 problems in the welterweight that haven't been solved yet. You got Bud Crawford, you got Earl Spence, and you got Boots Ennis. And I don't care about the guys that's after Boots that are undefeated or something like that. They got to do a little bit more proving. They got to prove themselves at least a little bit more. Buster Douglas had won the heavyweight championship against Mike Tyson, right? That was a straight up underdog. Mike had to go in there and face him at least. At the time of their fight, where was Buster Douglas? Where was he rated? What was his rate? Where was he rated at? Hmm? Was it any kind of a mandatory fight? Or what was it? But when we talk about the Mike Tyson fight, now I just pulled up some other stuff that was related to it. And this is boxing. I always give the credit. So I don't get credit when somebody says breaking news or up to date. I don't. The news was already there. It's not breaking. It's just you just now got it. And just you getting live footage is not breaking news. If you're not reporting it live as it's happening, it's not breaking news. But anyway, Boxing Physique, give them the credit for that. That they're saying that Jake Paul visited Mike Tyson to sign a $500 million boxing mega contract. So I don't know if it's going to be before. I don't know if they're going to have a trilogy or 2 fights. I don't know. But if they're coming into boxing making $500 million, and you got a fighter that's supposed to be the pound for pound and best in boxing, that's arguing and fighting, or has to go to court or something, or has a lawsuit in for $10 million, then there's a real problem in boxing that a lot of people were missing out. They were missing out on it. And right now I'm just focusing on the welterweight madness, because right now that's what we got. We got a welterweight madness right now. We got fighters just retiring all of a sudden. Sean Porter and Manny Pacquiao. We just lost two great fighters, two really good fighters. Manny you can consider great if you like. Porter, some people will say that he's great. Some people would just say he's a good fighter. But we just lost 2 fighters, so that's 2 down. And then we got other ones that you don't hear. You're not hearing from. The other key top welterweight that you're not hearing shit about is Danny Garcia. Like, man, he's trolling all day. We're not hearing from him. You just lost 2 great fighters, or good fighters, however you want to call them. And now you got another one that's eliminated. So you guys give me a list. Van Heerden, who you guys got up there? Remember, Porter's gone. Manny Pacquiao's gone. You got Earl Spence, you got Bud Crawford, and you got Keith Thurman. That are the most known names right now. And Danny Garcia, just the most known names in 147. Where's Danny Garcia though? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. And I don't know if you guys lost the stream. I'm still here. If you guys lost the stream or something like that, because I'm getting zero. I'm getting no respect right now. No responses. I'm getting thumbs up, but I'm just not getting the responses and stuff. I'm not getting the responses needed. Nobody wants to comment. Is it too heavy of a subject or something? I just want to know where we're headed. I want to know where we're headed. I want to know where boxing is headed. Because if these outside people are coming in, taking over boxing, they're getting all the money, then there's really a problem with boxing, man. There's a problem with boxing. You know what I'm saying? There's a problem with boxing because there's no other sport where you can put on an exhibition with retired people and make all that money. Maybe if you had like a basketball game with Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Shaq, and if they got in a little bit of shape and stuff like that, maybe you could make some money. But it's not gonna be like a sellout crowd that you would have just with the Lakers playing alone. So that's what I'm wondering. So who's left? No, I'm trying to find out a few things. I was asking about Keith, Danny, all of them. And then I was talking about the Pauls. So I said the Pauls are taking over. I said, Bud, it's too many questions, but it's a lot of questions. So I'm saying, so Bud Crawford is fighting over $10 million or whatever. And you got somebody like a Jake Paul that I just got off that little article off of Boxing Physique. That's about to sign a $500 million contract, supposedly. It might not be true, but still. Just like the $10 million might not be true, but I'm just saying, why all that shine is being taken away from the welterweights, and we're worried about Keith. You know, you're worried about Keith going to get a championship belt. We don't care about their money, but is that, I'm asking, that's killing boxing though, right? That doesn't take away from boxing when you got somebody outside of boxing. So like I said, there's a lot of questions. Somebody that's outside of boxing that's taking the money out of boxing. But they're taking the money out of boxing. Nah, but okay, what else? But that's what I'm saying, Gil. But what else as an exhibition? What else sells? Name another sport that actually sells as an exhibition. Professional football does, but it doesn't sell here. It doesn't sell in the United States. It won't sell here. They can take it overseas and have an exhibition and make some money. Same thing with the NBA. They can have an exhibition somewhere and it makes money. They can't have one here. Nobody cares about it. Nobody cares about an exhibition because they want to see the real. We need to see the games. And name one exhibition fight that sold so much money. Besides these Paul brothers. Besides Jake Paul, I want you to name another fight or name another fighter that had an exhibition that sold so much. Past, present, or whatever. In the past or in the present. Tyson Jones made some money, right? But those numbers ain't like they are now. Holyfield numbers wasn't like that big. And even as old as Holyfield, I'd rather see him fight. And how come Paul should fight Holyfield? Not Tyson. Tyson might bite his ass. I don't trust Tyson like that. But the main question was on, so there's a lot of questions, but the main question was on the 147 division is who do we have to look forward for fights, Gil? So you got Keith Thurman, but who else you got? Who does Keith fight? To be honest, Barrios shouldn't even be in the picture, but he's gonna fight Barrios. Who should he fight? Should he fight Bud after that? Ugas? Oh yeah, so it's 5 fighters. My bad, I messed up. I didn't put Ugas in there. So we got 5 fighters to choose from. That I'm saying you could choose from. But you'll probably say that there's another fighter to choose from. But I'm saying we got 5 fighters. We got Ugas. Well, he doesn't have 5 to choose from. He has 4, possibly. We got Ugas. We got Spence. We got Bud. We got Keith, and we got Danny. Supposedly, those are the top 5 welterweights. Supposedly. If you only got top 5, then where does Boots fit in at? If that's the top 5, where does he fit in at? Because there's only so many fights that can be made with 5 fighters. Don't you need another one up in there? No matter how you split it up, Boots has to be fighting one of those guys up there. Out of those 5 fighters, Boots has to be fighting one of them. It could be Danny. Do I want to see it to be Danny? No, because it's going to be one-sided. There's going to be a total one-sided fight. Do I want to see him and Bud? Yep, it won't be as one-sided. Do I want to see him and Earl? Yes. Do I want to see him and Keith? Yes. Him and Ugas? Yes. Out of all those fighters, I think Ugas will be the hardest fight for him. A lot of people might not think so, but Ugas is going to be the hardest fighter for him. And I'm going to say that because of style and because of coaching. That's why I say that. Because I listen to the corner. I listen to the corner and stuff. Earl Spence versus Bud is a pretty good fight. It's a tailor-made fight for either one. It just depends on who can hold up, whose will can hold up. Bud versus Keith is not really that good of a matchup for Keith. Keith versus Earl is not that good of a matchup for Keith because Earl's a pressure fighter. And Keith don't move his feet that great. He's not that great of a mover when it comes to moving his feet. Okay, Troy, I got a little nest for you since you want to come in trolling. So let me put you in your spot. Yeah, there we go. Gave you a spot. Gave you a spot. You get no publicity and you won't be on the replay. You don't even get to come back. You came in just to get what you got. And that's it. So exhibition fight sells. But who does Keith fight next after that, Gil? Who you want to send with? See, I'm just talking to Gil right now. Sir Flame, I don't know. Sir Flame, you bounced on me. You didn't say nothing. You and Lindy. Lindy, yeah, well, she's not really. She just come to see. She come to see the Eagle because she's not really. She ain't into boxing. She ain't into boxing like that, but she just come to check me out. I support her, so she come back to support me, which is cool. Yeah, it's always good when people can support each other. You know you bad when you don't when you because on her YouTube she don't even really have nothing. That's honest. She don't really have nothing, but she got subscribers. You know you got some. You got to have something going if you got subscribers and you don't even have no content. Not really got no content. So, but she's good. At least not on here. She doesn't. I'm waiting for Gail to give me somebody for them to fight because it's madness in this welterweight division. This is madness, and I'm just impatient. You know what I mean? I'm just impatient. We need to get something going. Somebody need to get somebody to fight. The one nice thing about the welterweight division, even though Keith is stepping out of bounds, the one good thing about the welterweight division is these guys gonna have to fight. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to fight. There's no way around it. Somebody's gonna have to fight. It's simple. That's very simple. Somebody's gonna have to fight. And all we're waiting for somebody to pull the strap up and get out there and fight. Get your ass out there and fight. That's all we're waiting on. That's all. I'm trying to. D to the Bailey ain't coming in. That's funny. He used to be in here. That's right, y'all gotta watch me drink water. That's only two for the day, and it's still starting to get late. Got at least minimum of two or three of these more. So about 10 glasses of water. They told you 8, probably 10, 10 or more. Probably no more than a gallon though. It's just a waste. If you do more than a gallon, it's a waste. You're gonna be in the bathroom all day. You're gonna keep running to the bathroom if you do more than a gallon. There ain't gonna be no color. It's gonna look the same way as you put it in your body. It's just coming right back out. Like okay, right back out. Same color. So don't need that much. I'm waiting for answers. Somebody. Who does Keith fight? Who does anybody in the welterweight fight? But I'm not really so concerned with the welterweight. But the welterweight is just not gonna be nobody there, man. I think Earl need to just forget them straps and let Keith and them fight over straps. Earl need to move up. I think it's gonna be more competition at 154, even though they're thinning out. He'll have a lot of names on his resume. He'll have a lot of big names on his resume that he beats up at 154. Earl Spence will. Some of the other fighters at 147 they won't have that. They won't be so fortunate at 154. I think Earl will because Earl is like a 168 natural weight. At least Earl's like about 168. Like that's in my estimation. When I look at him, he looks like he probably like about 168 or something like that. I'm just impatient for these fights, but we're gonna get the fights because there's nobody left. We have to get fights. They have to make. If they say somebody like if they say the wrong person, everybody's gonna be upset. Um, well, because you have outside the mandatory. So once the mandatory is over with, nobody's gonna want to see the next fight. It's like, man, that fight, that's garbage. Nobody's gonna want to see it. Who's there? Let's just look and see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. And if we take a look, let's see. Let's just see who we got. Let's just see. Because people love to do stuff like people love this. So I'm pulling this up today. And you know I don't like to go to these things, but it's just not much in there. So they got number one, of course. Let's say it. They got number one is Bud. We got Bud Crawford. So Terrence Crawford. And I'm just gonna tell you how many points he got and how good they think this division really is. That he gets 454.7 votes. He's a 5-star fighter. Sign in. I'm not paying for this shit. Southpaw. They say Southpaw. 38. 0-0. Yordenis Ugas. 211.6 points. 5-star fighter again. They got him at 5 stars. 27. 4-0. That's number 2. Abel Ramos. 90.52. Still a 5-star fighter. 27. 4-2. Virgil Ortiz. 84.53. And I don't know, maybe this is, I don't know what kind of system this is that they're writing this crap, but it just sounds crap. But they got him as a 5-star fighter. 18-0. They got him at 18-0, right? Mikey Garcia, 79.52. Got him as a 5-star. 40 wins, 2 losses. David Sanya. Everybody knows who that is. 70.44. He's a 5-star. 28, 3-1. Jerron Ennis, 56.7. 5-star fighter. 28-0. So he actually has almost as many fights as Ugas got. Right? So he's way up there. But I'm saying, where you guys put these fighters? I'm not gonna have Mikey in there fighting. Mike ain't gonna beat nobody at 147. Abel Ramos ain't gonna. He's not beating. I don't think he's beating the top guys. Yeah, Ennis. So who has y'all got? And they didn't. And for some reason, Earl Spence not even on the list. Not on the list at all. Whatever list this is, I just pulled up. It's not even on it. This says boxing rating, pro, male, welterweight, world class. And so this is wrong, whatever this is. So this whole thing is wrong. So whatever I read, it was right, but to not have Earl Spence in there, you're wrong. So let's just see. For some reason, they're hating on Earl. I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can pull him up, but I can't find Earl at all. Okay, they do have him. They do have him in here. Finally, they got him in here, but it's just weird the way they got Earl Spence in here. It's really, really weird. Really weird the way they got. They put a lot of punishment on people. I just wonder why they didn't have him on that other thing. was nowhere in there. And I stopped signing up for stuff, man. If you can just go in and get a little bit of information out of it, going somewhere, just go get your information. Don't even worry about the sign ups and stuff, because all you're gonna do is end up getting a lot of emails. That's all you're gonna end up getting, a bunch of emails. Yeah. Let's see, ratings, schedule. So January 16th, a lot of fights we didn't even get. Brian Relazzo, I don't remember getting that fight. So Eldon Gwinnehone, that's a flyweight. I don't keep up with those little guys. A flyweight too, and then Roslyn Solowan Echo, another flyweight. Super bantamweight James Polygon, they all got W's. But shit, Saturday, yeah. Okay, so damn, we missed some fights then, huh? Sosa fight, who we missed? Oh, featherweight, flyweight, another featherweight. That was Saturday, according to this thing here. Yeah, yeah. So we do get. I guess we did get a few fights. And I don't remember. I only remember all these. The Malkovic fight, I don't remember that. At cruiserweight, I don't remember the Dimitrovic. I don't remember all these fights. Okay, so this is all over the world. These are just fights that we didn't get, because fights is in what, Bosnia. So there's a bunch of fights that come up, man. Shit, we only talk about not even half of these fights. So they have fights in Colombia, Czech Republic, Costa Rica, Italy, Mexico. The Ocampo fight. I didn't know about the Ocampo fight, and you guys know Carlos Ocampo, right? David Picasso. That was all in Mexico. He had some fights over in Tanzania. So we be having, so there's a lot more fights than what we feel that there is. Okay, so there's a whole lot of fights, man. We can't even cover all these. There's like over 100, looks like about 50 something fights in the last 5 days. It's been like over 50 fights, probably closer to 75 fights. Yeah, but we don't get them. But I'm trying to get somebody to explain to me when it comes to the Pauls and stuff like that. When it comes to Jake Paul in particular, is he getting all the money out of boxing? But Gil says that exhibition fights sell. Well, we need Keith Thurman to sell a fight. We need Earl Spence to sell a fight. We need Bud Crawford to sell a fight, instead of just fighting over money, or just whatever they're doing like that there. Yeah, I thought this was a good discussion though. But evidently you guys was Wednesday. You guys have a lot to do or something like that. But usually I get a better conversation like back. So I'm not gonna stay here. I'm not gonna stay here long, because I'm not getting a lot of conversation back. Like I should get conversation back, because I just wanted to see what everybody's thoughts was at welterweight. But nobody's having any thoughts. Not very much. So, with that, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. I'm gonna call this a wrap, because I got stuff to do, and I might as well. I gotta go get my mail. A lot of stuff I gotta do. But for me, as always, nothing but blessings. Yeah, I gotta go, brother. I got stuff I gotta take care of, and I know y'all probably busy today. It's all good. If everybody's a little bit busy, I was trying to get to the bottom of what we gonna do about this boxing. We've been talking about it for a long time, man. About this boxing, we've been talking about it a long time. I see my brother just he coming in now though. Yeah, there go D-Lo, whatever like that. Yeah, I know he signed out now, brother. But yeah, we'll get back on it again. I'm just wondering about the whole welterweight picture and stuff. We'll probably talk about it some more on Friday because nobody really can give me concrete evidence of why Keith is in why the WBC is making a tournament for Keith. All of a sudden, two losers is all of a sudden in an eliminator. But I haven't heard any words. I don't know. Maybe D-Lo knows something about that. I just haven't heard any words about it, brother. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. Shit, I'm still here for a second. I mean, I ain't got to go. I mean, I got stuff to do, but I don't have to leave. I never have to leave. But I'm just saying that all of a sudden they checking weights and stuff, checking Keith weight and gonna make a tournament. That's WBC trickery at its best if it's true. Because you're gonna take two losers and put them in a tournament. That don't make sense to me, D-Lo. I'm not understanding that. And how could you, to be honest, how could anybody explain to me WBC rules? Not boxing rules itself, not in the ring. Yeah, because that's easy. You can pull that up. As a matter of fact, I think we pulled it up. We pulled up everything on them at one time. We pulled up the salaries and everything else. I pulled it up, and we discussed that in here. So we know the salaries and all that. We know the cap. We know how much the minimum wage is for fighters and stuff. If you're a champion, we know the minimum wage. We already know that. But my point is, what is how all of a sudden this is a tournament. So that's my whole thing. So we'll come back and we'll discuss that because I don't think you guys are gonna write nothing. But you guys got a little bit of time. Maybe you're gonna leave me a comment or something like that. But I just don't understand all of a sudden that Keith is in the tournament eliminator for WBC belt. It's just weird to me. It's just weird. What it is. Just don't get it. I just don't get this. I just don't get the mentality. I'll look into it some more before I bring it back up. But hopefully we'll have something else. When we do the wrap, we'll probably do a lot more other little things in there too. So, yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all, man. I got one more sentence that's popping up. I saw it on the other screen. That's my suspicion too, brother. Because I think the Keith is he's just good with the verbiage. He talks a lot, and that's all I can see. All right, y'all.